Hello, everyone, and welcome to Creekside Game Day. I'm your host, Noah Schlicksup, here for the senior night edition of Creekside Game Day. It's the last home game of the year for the Knights, and they'll take on Atlantic Coast, looking to seal their postseason hopes in front of a home crowd. And listen, we got a big game tonight and a great episode to get you all set up for it. First off, I'm going to talk with senior safety Bruno Alves about his standout senior season for the Knights and what it's going to be like to face his former team, Atlantic Coast, this week. I'll also go out to practice because, hey, I enjoyed that last time. And I'll ask the Knights player who the most underappreciated senior, in their opinion, is on the roster, who does the most for the team but doesn't get enough credit for it. And to round things out, I'll give you my matchup prediction for tonight. All this and more coming up next on Creekside Game Day.
Looking to his left. He's looking deep for Reynolds. He's got it.
He's fine.
Just to his left. And wobbly pass is picked off. It's picked off. It's a pick six. Ford on the run, looking down the field. He's got Ashton Reynolds inside the 10.
It's time for Creekside Game Day.
Starting things off today with my matchup breakdown. Creekside looking to clinch their third straight playoff berth. Tonight against Atlantic Coast, AC comes in 0-8, and though they've won 2 out of the last 3 matchups, they are in the middle of their worst year in program history. So what is it going to take to turn them around? Well, it's all going to start on the offensive side of the ball. Atlantic Coast has scored just 4 touchdowns all season. They've been shut out 3 times. To win this game, they're going to need to get points on the board. And, well, how do they do this? Well, I think it's all going to start in the running game, getting the ball to their athletes on the field. The running game is what's going to kickstart this offense against Creekside for AC. Listen, the Stingrays, they need to create space for guys like Tyreek Buchholz and Jorge Shelby to get green grass ahead of them. Each of these guys have a good amount of speed. Atlantic Coast needs to win the battle at the line of scrimmage and get some space for their runners to get past the linebackers for solid gains. The Stingrays can also use that running game to try and set up the pass against the Knights this week. And on defense for Creekside, well, they just got to stay disciplined this week. They've struggled with that at times, getting a little too aggressive, falling for some ball fakes and things they've struggled with thus far this season, and getting off the field on third down. That is a big issue for them. They got to address, and hopefully they will be able to against a struggling offense in Atlantic Coast this week. Offensively for Creekside, it all comes down to execution. It's a very talented offense that's been rolling all season long. They do their jobs. They should be fine. Last week, they were aided by some penalties against Fleming Island, so Atlantic Coast's defense just got to make sure they aren't gifting the Knights extra yardage, as that will most likely lead to more time on the field and longer drives for Creekside. I expect the Knights to lean on the run game as Atlantic Coast has given up quite a bit on the ground. They've allowed multiple guys to rush for over 100 yards against them, as well as a Parker player who ran for over 200 yards on only 19 carries. The Knights' run game is a solid one, so I wouldn't be surprised to see them have success in that area tonight. Could win them this ball game against Atlantic Coast. Now on to my next segment, where I'm going to talk with senior Bruno Alves, the safety. Came over here from Atlantic Coast this year and has been absolutely fantastic for the Knights. Got 2 interceptions, a lot of big tackles, and he had a kick return for a touchdown against Mandarin. He's been a very exciting player to watch and very energetic guy. I love talking to him. And I sat down with him for game day this week. Let's talk with Bruno Alves. Hello, everyone. I'm here with Bruno Alves, senior safety, and you've had quite the season so far. You got a kick return touchdown, 2 interceptions, each coming off of D1 quarterback commits. You've had a heck of a season, been real fun to watch. And coming into this season, how do you establish yourself in that safety room, and when did you really start to gel with the team?
I would like to say that even the first day I came out here, I was very welcome. I really started getting into it, and with the safeties, probably first week of practice, I'm not gonna lie. We're starting to hit it off, as each of us have our strengths, But we got along very well, and there's no, type where one has grudges for taking somebody's spot or anything like that. It's, we're family in there, We try to do our best every game and every week, at practice, giving it our all.
And I mentioned earlier, you got a kick return touchdown, 2 interceptions, all big, exciting plays. But out of all the plays that you made this season, all the games, which one's been your favorite?
It's in between 2, because, as you know already, I went to AC, Mandarin was our rival school. I did really like getting my kick return off that. But I would honestly have to say the Buchholz play. I feel like that was really, even though we lost, I give it to them, but that was a pretty good moment, and like even in the game and my career.
That was actually one of the better interceptions I've seen. Tipped it up to the air.
Yeah, that was crazy.
Caught it, brought it back. That was pretty awesome. And then in the safety room, you and Anthony have been pretty stable there. You've seen Warwick play a little bit as well back there. But how would you say you guys all complement each other's games back there?
First of all, we hold each other accountable. Like no matter what it is, we hold each other accountable. But whenever it's a good play, whenever he makes a good tackle, come up down. Next play, do the same thing. Compliment him on every play that he has, and so he does it to me too. Like if I have a play, or if I mistake a play, he comes up to me, tighten up, or what I'm saying.
Mm-hmm.
Like we keep holding us up to an expectation that we have to achieve, because we're trying to go big in the end. Can't really let us fall into the talent that, like, the amount of talent that we have shouldn't be not used.
Yeah. And then the past couple weeks have been a bit of a struggle for you guys. Fleming Island put up 38, Bartram put up 57, I believe.
Yeah.
What's it going to take for you guys to get back on track defensively?
Our practices have been, a lot than actually these past few weeks. We have. We've gotten better with our eye discipline, which I feel like is the major impact that we're gonna have to work on and stuff. But running to the ball and not being lazy on the field, picking teammates up, not pointing any fingers, because after all, we win as a team, we lose as a team. So.
Mm-hmm. And you mentioned earlier coming over from AC this year.
Mm-hmm.
What's it going to be like to face your former team this week?
Well, I'm very excited. I'm really most excited playing my old coach. Like, I'm not, like, the players do give me a thrill and stuff. Like, I do have some old teammates on the team, but I'm just trying to, show what really I was trying to achieve. That, I was blessed and given the opportunity here. So, I'm going to just do my best.
This season, you guys have put together a real special squad, in my opinion. You proved a lot of people wrong who thought you were going to take a step back and, field another great team. What's it meant to you to be a part of this team?
It's been an honor. It's been, I feel like I built a lot on myself, and I've helped my teammates a lot, and they've helped me a lot, to grow. So I feel like it's been, a very great experience, and we're going far. I feel like we actually have a chance of going really far.
Hope you guys enjoyed that conversation. Certainly a fun one there. Going to be interesting to see what he does against his former team tonight. Excited to see how that plays out. Now on to my next segment. I went out to Knights practice again this week, and I asked the players, who is the most underappreciated senior on this squad? Who has done the most for this team, but doesn't quite get the credit he deserves? Well, let's hear what they had to say. Nikki, who would you say the most underappreciated senior on the team is?
Definitely Ian Mooney. He should have a bunch of offers right now.
I think Bruno. Bruno's my boy. Yeah. Bruno.
Ron Darajati.
Owen Ashtonfelder, baby, our long snapper.
Nate Hernandez.
Owen and Hampton, they snapped me the ball.
Probably say Drew and Reagan.
Drew Warwick.
Definitely Brother Rob, Drew, Warwick. Shout out.
Michael Fakori.
Michael Fakori.
Owen Ashenfelder.
My boy Reagan Guy.
We got a lot of good seniors out here. Reagan Guy, Owen Ashenfelder do a really good job on our offense. We're so young up front, and they do a really good job of helping the younger guys carry out their assignment.
I mean, all of our kids are such tremendous young men. I love coaching them to death. We have some kids that really have invested 4 years of their life here that I'm going to miss dearly. And Owen Ashenfelder, Reagan Guy come to mind. just a bunch of kids that are tremendous young men that sell out for the team and do more for the team than anybody else. And I'm gonna miss those kids.
Always love trying to give the recognition to guys who definitely deserve it. Special teams plays a big part in every game. The night special teams has been absolutely incredible this year. Owen Aschenfelder, the long snapper, big reasons for that. Reagan Guy getting a lot of love out there, among others. Now to round things out, my matchup prediction. And, man, Creekside, I think they'll get the win tonight. I'm going to start out with that. The offense, I think, is going to score a lot of points. The defense is what I'm going to be watching tonight because they've been struggling these past few weeks. I'd love to see them have a really good performance against an underperforming Atlantic Coast team. Try and, limit them offensively. And they got athletes on that squad, something that Creekside struggled against all season. So it'd be nice to see them limit their offensive production. And I think they will. It's going to be a fun senior night out here. Going to be a great atmosphere. Party at the Castle tonight. I think the Knights are going to come out with a 38-10 victory over Atlantic Coast. Going to be a great night to be a Knight. Thank you guys for watching this episode of Creekside Game Day. If you enjoyed, please be sure to like and subscribe here on the channel to Schlick Sports. And if you can't make it out to the game, be sure to tune in on NFHS Network because I'll be calling it live. We got a really great matchup ahead. Be sure to tune in. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next time here on Creekside Game Day.